You are driving your heavy-duty diesel rig and suddenly the check engine light glares at you from the dashboard, accompanied by a noticeable drop in your daily fuel economy and maybe even a plume of excessive black smoke pouring out of the tailpipe when you accelerate. That combination of annoying drivability issues is a textbook indicator of a P2200 diagnostic trouble code, which points directly to a fault in the nitrogen oxide sensor circuit specifically located on bank 1 of your exhaust system. Modern diesel engines are strictly regulated to keep harmful emissions like particulate soot and nitrogen oxide gases to an absolute minimum, and to comply with these strict federal standards, the engine computer relies heavily on this specialized NOx sensor mounted deep in the exhaust pipe. Bank 1 simply refers to the side of the engine block that houses cylinder number 1. Because this highly sensitive electronic component lives in the absolute dirtiest, hottest part of a diesel vehicle, it takes a massive beating and frequently gets completely caked in thick, hardened black soot. When the sensor element gets blinded by this heavy carbon buildup, the engine computer can no longer accurately read the exhaust gases, forcing it to guess the air and fuel mixture, which ruins your engine efficiency and messes with your evaporative emissions readiness. Furthermore, if the previous owner installed cheap aftermarket sensors to bypass local emission laws, the main computer often rejects their signal entirely. Before replacing anything, you need to visually inspect the wiring harness routed near that scorching hot exhaust piping, because those wires love to melt against the metal and cause a direct short circuit. If the wiring is pristine and tests perfectly with a digital multimeter, getting the actual faulty sensor out of the exhaust bung can be an absolute nightmare. The constant, extreme heating and cooling cycles of the exhaust system cause the metal threads to seize completely solid. You will likely need to use an oxy-acetylene torch to carefully heat the metal exhaust pipe surrounding the threads, making sure not to melt the sensor body itself, just to break the rust bond loose without completely stripping the delicate exhaust threads.